Welcome back to Baz's Cooking. Today on the menu is going to be a pulled lamb shoulder in our Weber Kettle. Before we start prepping our lamb, we're going to start prepping our barbecue. Let's grab a beer and we'll jump straight into it. Alright, I'm not going to sugarcoat this one. This one is going to be a little bit longer than our last cook. So we do have a lot more charcoal, and all we're going to do is the exact same process. Light our fire lighters and get our charcoal basket half full straight over the top. And we're going to give them a few minutes just to light and ash over. They're coming back about 10 minutes later. You can see that they're lit now and the edges have ashed over. We're going to dump that straight over one side of our charcoal and spread them out evenly. So how we maintain our temperature with these Webers is through the bottom vents. You always want to try and avoid using your top vent because you want the smoke to be passing clearly through that top vent and over your protein. When we start getting closer to our target temperature, we want to start closing these bottom vents just enough so there's a slight crack to maintain our temperature. Now that our charcoal is lit, we get our foil tray in and our cooking grate on. So while we wait till our barbecue to come up to temperature, we're going to start prepping our lamb. Now what we want to do is take off any hard fat on the top and silver skin. We'll go ahead and start doing that. The reason we take this off, it just doesn't render down. You don't want to be chewing on a big chunk of fat or some skin. I'm pretty happy with that, so now we'll season her up. We're just going to put a touch of mustard just to act as a binder. This is in no way going to affect the flavour of your lamb, it's purely to help the rub stick. So today we've gone with a garlic and herb rub. This is pretty much all you're going to need with lamb, it's just garlic and a few herbs. You're going to very generously throw it on. Now that that's all seasoned up, we'll go check on our barbecue. Righto, barbecue's up to temp, so you can see our thermometer on the side measuring our ambient temperature. We've got our smoking wood in and our lamb coming on. You can also see our internal meat probe in our lamb, just so we can monitor our temperatures. Now that we've actually got the in the Weber, we're going to let it go for at least an hour and then we'll come back to spritz. And then we're going to spritz after every hour following that, just to help keep that moisture up. Now this is an hour in and just look at the colour of it. A few hours later and we've hit our 76 degrees internal and it is time to wrap. Now the only thing we're wrapping up with this lamb today is some butter and a little bit of chicken stock. Now the chicken stock's just purely just to try and keep a bit more moisture in when we wrap it, but you really do not have to put anything with it. Today we've just gone something very simple, butter and chicken stock. So we've just wrapped our lamb up. We want to wait till we've hit about that 96 degrees Celsius internal. When we start getting a bit closer to then, we'll start poking around for probe tenderness. And I'll show you what that means when we get there. We are 4 hours in. So this is why we only light one side of our charcoal. Throughout the cook it starts moving and spreading and lighting our other side, just to keep us at that lower temperature for a lot longer. So now we can open her up. So there's a very light resistance here, but that's alright. Once we wrap it up for a rest, that should come to. But the rest of it is just probing like butter. So I reckon it's time to get this off and start letting it rest. Right, it's been 25-ish minutes. I can't wait any longer. It's time to tear this up. And that is that. As you can see, the lamb is pulling off nice and easy from the bone. Little bit of resistance on the side, but all in all this cook turned out perfectly. I recommend having this with your favourite salads in a roll, maybe some potato salad on the side and some souvlaki's with the tzatziki sauce. Overall, this cook did take us around 7 hours, so make sure you allow plenty of time for this cook and definitely plenty of beers. Well, I hope you enjoyed this cook as much as I did, so sit back, relax and get ready for the bloopers. God. Ha ha ha. Out of it. Get out of it. George, you just slammed the door on that dog. Cut it. So we've just wrapped our lamb up. Hang on, I was never going to work on. So we've just it's just started an hour ago.